Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past.
Looking forward to our future.
And living for the present. All while learning how to live magically. Hey.
Hey.
Wait, look at me. I'm wearing a Pixie shirt for like the first time ever.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I would love to do like a showdown of who has the most Pixie shirts because I think I would win even over you. In my wardrobe.
You probably would win over me.
Yeah.
I don't think you would win among the people.
No.
Oh, you just mean you versus me.
No, I mean me versus the people.
You would win maybe in the how you have shirts from like the very beginning until now. But man, I got some real good people on the internet who buy from like every single drop ever. So like,
are you kidding?
No.
Amazing.
Because like I send Christmas gifts to like my top customers every year, and like, man, got some real nice people.
I think that's such a cool thing that you do, by the way. And was it this year's gift that I received? Not for being a fan, but for just being me.
No, you received last year's gift.
Last year's gift was like dope and also my favorite piece of Pixie attire.
Okay, it was just a quarter zip with my logo embroidered on it. You're acting like
but I love it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I have one of those for myself, and I like it too.
Yeah. Repping the brand.
Anywho. Which I don't do very often, clearly, because I'm just like...
I know.
I should do it more. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Are you just like drinking all the drinks?
Drinking all the drinks.
I love this for you. I love this content.
Thank you. It's the content the internet needs, right?
I mean... I was so inspired the other day that I like posted a little reel making a fun coffee because I was like, Courtney does this.
Oh yeah.
I was so inspired by you. I had to buy your same glasses.
Did you really?
Yeah. You sent me your Amazon link and I bought them.
Oh, I didn't know you actually bought them.
Did you not watch my reel?
I guess I didn't realize they were those. I did watch your reel, but I didn't. I like missed that.
And it's bringing me a lot of joy to watch the creamer go into my coffee and make those swirls.
Isn't it great?
It's like almost as good as pouring a mop bucket full of dirt down the drain. Like that's the kind of satisfaction I'm getting out of this. Okay, so
love it.
Like what are you drinking? What's your favorite? What should we all be trying? Tell me everything.
Okay, great. I've been like deep diving down the beverage alley.
Okay.
But what I'm living for right now is I just switched to Target grocery pickup.
Yep.
Because we have like full blown Targets down here that have like everything.
Yeah.
So these are my jams. I have the Good and Gather.
Okay.
I love a sparkling water.
That you do.
So I have like every flavor of sparkling water known to man, but then I also have their caffeinated sparkling water.
You drink
which is
so
really
much caffeine.
It's great. I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. You're right. Today I've had like a Rockstar. I've had like 3 of these caffeinated waters.
Courtney.
I had a coffee. Yeah,
no.
I know. It's not good.
It's really bad.
I know. It's really bad.
I drink like a coffee in the morning, sometimes espresso. But like, if I drink like a Mountain Dew at like 7, I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
Like,
are you kidding?
No.
Oh, no.
Like, because I don't really drink a whole lot. If we go out to dinner and I get a Mountain Dew, like if I'm like with Angela and I like order a Mountain Dew, she'll be like, "Oh, shit's getting crazy." I got Mountain Dew.
She's living.
Oh, if I had a Rockstar, oh man, I'd be awake for a week.
Yeah.
But it's really okay. I'm here for your bevy content.
Thank you.
But like, let's tone it down on the Rockstar.
All right.
I don't love that for you.
for me.
Last week we talked about being your accountability buddy. In this, AJ is not going to tell you to stop drinking it. I will.
Oh, he's definitely telling me to stop drinking
Okay, then stop drinking it.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, listen. Back in the day, I used to waitress, and I would need to drink a Red Bull before every single shift.
Yeah.
And if I didn't drink a Red Bull before my shift, it was horrible. I basically didn't know my left from my right. I didn't know what I was doing. And that's kind of when I realized, like, that's really bad for you, that I was truly, like, addicted to them. I was, like, not functioning without it.
I'm definitely addicted.
Okay, well, we're going to, like, tone that down.
All right.
But other than that, here for the bevy content.
Thank you. I don't know where it came from or why it started. I think it was the only thing that happened in my full and complete day that was interesting.
But you also make like fun bevies. Like, we're not just talking bevies from a can.
No, you're right. I do have fun bevies, and I make fun bevies and like cocktails and mocktails too. So
let's also put this into last week's episode. Your hobby is making mocktails and cocktails.
Yeah, for sure. My hobby has become cocktails and mocktails.
I'm assuming, do you just do this out of your head? Do you look up a recipe?
Both, but it's a lot of like what's in the fridge.
Yeah, but you have to I think it's a hobby.
Well, thanks. It's fun, and it's like something that I enjoy doing after work, so I guess that's true.
Exactly. Something that you enjoy. What is a hobby? Sorry, we're going back.
What is a hobby?
Like, can I Google that?
Yeah, Google it.
Like, I want to know the definition of like what makes something a hobby.
Yeah, like is it just like something that gives you fulfillment, or is it something
What is a hobby? An activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, like, then scrolling Instagram does count.
Your husband's the one that said it didn't.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Come on.
Anywho. What else do we have? I got like nothing.
Yeah, what's going on in your world?
What is going on in Shelby's world?
Is Kyle still working that crazy schedule?
Yeah. He has Saturday off, though, which is exciting.
Oh.
I know. Not only is he working the crappy, 4 to 11, he also doesn't get weekends off now.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But it's fine. He loves his job.
Yeah. He does.
I mean that.
I'm happy that he does.
Don't want to complain about his work shifts because, he really loves his job. And I think that is, not a whole lot of people can say that, I think. So I'm happy that he loves his job. And I also keep telling myself we're in this situation right now and he's in a startup company. Then he's going to move his way up and then he's going to make his own schedule and it's going to be great.
Correct. We are young and in the time of our life that we need to be hustling.
Exactly.
So
exactly. So it's fine. 4 to 11, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Today's pod. I hope we can remember everything.
Me too.
I would like to discuss more in-depthly rides at Walt Disney World versus rides at Disneyland. The attractions that are the same. There versus there. Here versus there.
I really hope. I know that you made a list.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to go through them. But the one that I hope I'm going to wait until the end and see if you say it. But my favorite ride that is in both parks, I don't know if you know it's the same ride.
Hold on. Your favorite ride in both parks
is the same, but I don't know if you know that it's the same.
So it's not the same, but it's the same.
Right. So excited to see if you get there because it's not it's a small world where there's one of each in both parks. Just it's a little riddle to keep the people enticed. I'd like to see if you hit on this attraction that it's a clone of one another in this park and that park, but not the same.
I didn't really write those ones down.
But I only know about one.
But there's a couple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I know that you're not talking about this one, but in the research that I was doing, it said that like Cali River Rapids is the same as the Grizzly thing.
Oh, cool.
So.
Been there, done that then.
I know that's not your favorite.
No.
Okay. So let's just and it's actually funny because like when we did the pod a few weeks ago and we were talking about all these rides that are the same there, once I was like making a list, I was like, holy crap, they're like all the same basically.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. We did touch on this one a little bit. Small World.
Small World.
At Land, it is longer.
Much longer.
Like never ending longer.
Yeah.
And at
Land, outside.
It goes outside a little.
Yep.
And at Land, they have the actual like characters.
Best part.
Best part for sure.
Yeah. They have like, then what do you mean by the characters? Explain.
Like in the part that is like Hawaii, they have Lilo.
Yeah, right.
Like, but it's like every, now I also don't know my like geography.
Your nationalities. Yeah. I think about it in terms of Epcot. That's how I remember. Like, oh, you can meet and greet Belle in France. Yes. She must be French.
But like, yeah, like in China though, and it's a small world, you will see Mulan. Like,
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I love that touch.
But they're like, Finding Nemo is in there at one point.
Is he?
Yeah, like they just like add characters like anywhere, and I just think that's really fun. But
yeah, you too.
It's not just like it's the characters that look like the Small World dolls.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not just like here's a cartoon in the middle, like that does not fit it whatsoever. Like they look like the Small World dolls.
Actually, yeah, very cool. A true highlight.
Disney, if you're listening, those little like dolls, It's a Small World dolls that look like the princesses, you could sell those. That's merch opportunity.
Yeah, agree. They kind of look like the animators, don't you think?
Yeah, but I'm more thinking of like if you were to do like a cute like baby nursery, how cute like those little dolls would be like on a shelf or something. Not to actually be played with, but like
got it.
As like a trinket.
Yes, that would be really cute.
Just a thought.
Good idea.
In both, there is all of the mountains, Splash, Space, and Thunder.
Yes, but they're all slightly different.
So Splash, I have never actually rode in Disneyland.
Neither have I, but it's a single rider.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's not like it's like a
space.
A space in world.
Yes, it's rather like space in world. You sit like one to a seat. Yeah. In a row. And they are also changing their Splash to Tiana's. Yes.
Just a little bit later than World is.
We should have ridden it. It was stupid because it was still open while we were there, but I didn't. I mean, I'm not like particularly attached.
So much more sense for them to do this because they have like New Orleans Square. So I think they're gonna, and they're changing one of the restaurants to be like Tiana. That land over there is gonna be so pretty when it's like fully Tiana.
Agree, and also like it's about time.
Yeah, agreed. So. Okay, Space, we touched on this a little bit that one time, but like, yeah, their carts are a little different. You sit side by side versus one in front of the other. The ride itself is basically the same.
Yeah, the building seems to be massive. I don't know why I feel that way, but whenever I see it at Disneyland, I feel like it's in this like huge building.
You're right. But I almost think because Disneyland's, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, Disneyland's, it's like right, like Disney World, you walk so far into the building where the actual building itself, I think, is like further away.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you know what I mean? Then where like Disneyland's, like I feel like you could actually touch the building.
I feel like we need to go back and test this.
I know. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it's like a perspective thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Big Thunder, basically the same, but I'm like
basically the same, but like so good both places. I mean, Land, I would say ours is better. I would say our everything is better because I'm biased, but like
really, That's not true. Okay, hold on. Back up. Tell me who it's better. Small World Land, Small World World.
Oh, Land.
Land. Splash. We don't know. We're not allowed to speak on that.
Yeah.
Space.
I would say Land because they have hyperspace mountains sometimes, which is really cool.
Okay, so
I know. Shut up.
3 rides in, what you just said was already wrong.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
But I was trying to make sense of what you were saying about like World being better. So when I was about to vote that Land Space was better, I was trying to think of reasons why World could be better. And my thought is that it's a little like sitting front and back is a whole different perspective than sitting side by side. Because like side by side, it's like I have Kyle next to me, which I don't know, it's kind of different. Know what I mean?
Yeah, agree.
So maybe people might think that's better. And then Thunder, Land, or...
Thunder, I would say World.
For what reason?
I don't know. I think it's longer. Maybe?
See, I'm like convinced that Land is longer.
Maybe Land is longer.
I don't know.
I loved Land.
That Big Thunder is like underratedly so long.
Yeah, agree. So
no
long,
matter where
like,
you ride it.
Yes. Agree. Either park.
Yes.
It's worth it. It's like one of those rides that has like a medium length queue, but a long length ride. It's like very high payoff.
It's not like Slinky where you're going to wait 90 minutes for a 30-second roller coaster.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or that's how Tron is like.
Yeah,
quick.
we got to talk about that. Should we just do it right now?
If you want to, we can.
You got to do a cast member preview of Tron.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of you for writing it.
Thank you. I was so scared. I took my Dramamine the night before and the morning of because I had no idea what to expect. I like watched YouTube videos, but it's in the dark. So like I knew there were no upside downsies, but I didn't know. I don't know, like
yeah.
Well, and the stuff that makes me sick is like when you're pushing into like a corner turn.
Okay.
And your body is like being ground into the seat. I like hate that. It's
and
not that makes me feel
screens.
Sick. And the screens. So Tron like is none of that. It's just like beautiful and magical and magnificent and modern and like we were referring to it as like advanced Slinky Dog because it's very smooth.
Okay.
But it's in the dark. Most of it.
So if you're I don't want to give like too much away. Obviously, I don't know anything. But when you're inside the actual building, it is dark.
Yeah. When you're inside the actual building, it is dark. It's like what I assume Rock and Roller Coaster is like.
Okay. And then
it's like dark with like light up signs around you.
Okay. Is Tron a single coaster or are you like racing somebody?
I think we were racing, but like it's not like Radiator Springs where you like line up next to another one and race.
Potentially 2 coasters going at once.
I kind of missed that if that was
I don't know.
A thing that was happening. I mean, there were 2 tracks because they were loading on the left and loading on the right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I also will say I was, again, very scared of vomiting. So I elected to sit in the back in the, like, I'm calling them normal seats, but the seats with like a lap bar that you just sit in, like.
Oh, that's an option?
Roller coaster. Yeah. It's only an option on like every other cart and like only in the back row. Yeah. And it's actually, there's like a lot of controversy and drama and I didn't even try it. So like, I can't speak on it, but I guess, the seats that you get in that are like motorcycle seats.
That you're actually
a
like
lot of people
chest down, like look like you're Superman.
Yeah, you're like Superman into the seat, like chest out, legs behind you, whatever. It has to like lock around your calf. And I guess a lot of people have too big of calves and they're not fitting. Like not just like very, very large people, but like
muscular
people or like tall people or like any variety of people. just like a lot of people are having a problem. So I guess a lot of people are opting to sit in the back.
Okay, so there's the normal seats which is on most of the coaster, but then they have
what you're referring to as a normal seat is like a motorcycle seat.
So there's motorcycle seats, and then every other whatever
like
has a couple of normal seats like Space Mountain
with a lap bar. Yep.
And you're sitting up.
Yep, you're sitting upright. And
that is interesting. I had no idea they were offering that.
Yes, I was so nervous because like I just like if I was gonna get sick or something, I didn't want to be like crunched over and
well, of course,
whatever. I wanted to just like have my wits about me, so I like elected to sit in the back, and it was the best. I would try. It was such a smooth experience that I would try it again in the regular seats
in a motorcycle seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try it.
I've heard people, like other people who've done the cast member preview, that they say that it's very short.
Super short. That's how we got here, is because you said like waiting in line, the payoff of waiting in line, whatever. Tron is like, you are in and out. It is over. And in my opinion, the exciting part of the ride is the launch.
Okay.
It's like a quick launch.
Okay.
And so like that's at the beginning. And then the rest is awesome.
The ride itself is very fast though, right?
Yeah, the ride is very fast.
Like speed fast, not timing fast.
Yes, speed fast.
Because Kyle and I...
It's like test track, but you're like in a motorcycle. You're in like a Pandora Flight of Passage seat.
Yeah. Because Kyle and I were talking about this, about people complaining about how the ride is like so short. But he was kind of like, well, isn't it supposed to be really fast? So how are you supposed to have a long ride that's fast? Which is
true. He's
not wrong.
True.
So that's very true. Makes sense.
Another, like, my final highlight of Tron that no spoilers, but like that I will say was a cool highlight is they have lockers in the queue. Okay. And I think they're double-sided lockers. Or else my brain got tricked. But like you walk in and you pick a locker. They all are illuminated. So like if you find one that's not illuminated, you tap your key, it opens, you put your stuff in and it locks. Then when you get off the ride, I believe we went around to another side and then opened them to get our stuff out.
Yeah, there's something like that Universal.
Yeah.
Where they're like double-sided.
It's like Universal.
Yeah. But
it was very cool.
You have to put all your stuff away before you ride this ride.
You have to put all your stuff away before you ride this ride.
Do they make sure of that or just do it?
I don't know. We like literally handed everything over, even our phones, because I didn't have pockets. So I was
there's
screwed.
A ride at Universal that has lockers, and if you don't, you go through a metal detector after you put all your stuff away, where if you didn't, like they'll catch you if you have your phone and stuff.
Oh, I don't think there were metal detectors.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, but also like I get it, because if you are going 1,000,000 miles an hour and a metal telephone flies out of your pocket,
of course,
like a missile.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's a cool ride. I'm so excited for everybody to experience it.
I'm excited.
It's my takeaway was that it's the perfect roller coaster for Magic Kingdom.
Oh, awesome. So you think... Okay,
perfect.
Sorry, one more question. We're so off track. You feel as though it fits in Magic Kingdom, because I think that was kind of like a discussion of like it's like a little out of place, but it fits.
The vibe, I don't know about if I would say it fits. Like It's not like magical and whatever, but it's the exact roller coaster that park needed, right? It's like on par with like Big Thunder.
It needed like another big kid ride. Like
a big kid ride, but it's not like terrifying. It's not like Rock and Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror or like a ride that you expect to find in Hollywood Studios. It's a ride that you expect to find in Magic Kingdom.
Great. I love that takeaway. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Well, I'm excited.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're back.
World
versus Land. Land does not have Tron.
Land does not have Tron, so it cannot win.
Something that was on the list that I was Googling, which I just thought was funny that we needed to touch on, was that both have a monorail.
Yes, both do have a monorail, and they nailed it because when we were there,
it was fully wrapped for the 100th.
Thank God they fully wrapped their monorail. Wait a second. I have information that somebody told me. What?
I don't know how, I do not know the accuracy. Somebody told me that they talked to a cast member and World's monorail was not fully wrapped because it was just a bus wrap that was left over and they put it on a monorail. Hey, I don't know. Okay.
As someone who's like designed graphic media before, I feel like the layout.
I feel like it would be too, but I don't know. Just hearing this is what I was told.
Interesting. I mean, maybe.
But besides the fact that Land fully wraps their monorails, I didn't actually go on the monorail, but their monorail like goes actually through the park, and I think it goes like through Matterhorn.
I think so too. It goes through some ride.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
And I should know this, but like where exactly does the monorail go, like pick up and drop off?
I don't know either. I think it does Disneyland. Obviously. I think it goes through Disneyland, but I think it stops at
like parking?
Downtown Disney, yeah.
Like the beginning of Downtown Disney?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then I think, doesn't it go to the Disneyland Hotel?
Oh, does it?
I think
that would make sense because that would be the beginning of.
I think. I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, as far as which one is better for purpose, I think World is better because it literally goes from Magic Kingdom all the way to Epcot.
Yeah.
And it's very far. But for aesthetically pleasing and probably a cool view, I would vote Land because they fully wrap them and you can like see inside the park, which is cool.
Agree.
Wait a second.
But like
also the monorail in Epcot does go through Epcot.
Right. So that's what I was going to say.
So maybe not. Never mind.
And like the monorail in World goes through a building.
Too.
Right. Like through the Contemporary. I mean, like.
Yeah, but goes through, I guess it's not through the building of the Polynesian. But kind of.
And the Floridian. It goes like outdoors there.
But like indoor, outdoor.
Yeah, indoor, outdoor.
All right. It's Walt Disney World's monorail is better, but Agreed. They still could fully wrap it.
Agree. Wrap it up.
Pirates, we touched on this. I don't think we need to go much further into that.
No.
But would you vote Land or World?
I would actually vote World.
Because it's just like and to the point, or like?
I don't know if it's just because of like nostalgia and it's what I know. Also, I think the smells really get me.
Yeah.
And I think that when you come down the hill in World and you are in that scene with the two ships like blowing cannons at each other, I think that whoever painted the sky scene like is my hero. I just think it looks really like you're outside.
Yeah. Do you know why you go downhill? Down there?
Yeah. Tell us why.
I love this fact.
I know.
It is because when Magic Kingdom first opened, they didn't have a Pirates ride because they were like, why are we going to put a Pirates ride in Florida when there's like actual real pirates? And then Magic Kingdom opened and they were like, where's the pirate ride? So then they put in a pirate ride, but the only way to put in a pirate ride to make it fit was outside of the park technically, which was past the railroad. So when you go down, you are going underneath the railroad outside of the park to go through the whole scene to come back. There's your fun fact of the day.
So cool.
That is really cool.
The more you know.
The more you know. Okay, this is in California Adventure, but Soarin'.
Yes.
We also talked about this. It was the same exact Soarin' Around the World, but I found something out. Somebody told me that Soarin' Around California is actually there, but it's only there during their food and wine festival.
Oh.
So like
that's nice.
Yeah, we just missed it because it's gonna be right. California soon. But I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool that they change it, and they should change it because like soaring over California was awesome.
That, and now that I'm like saying this out loud, it kind of makes sense because Disneyland and California Adventure is definitely geared more towards annual pass holders.
Yeah.
And obviously, so then that means pass holders are just going to the park a lot. So it's kind of nice that they like redo rides to give them something different.
Yeah,
like
agreed.
California, but even the Haunted Mansion, how they do Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, Haunted Mansion is the same in both parks. Well, they both have them. I did not ride it this last time.
It was closed.
It was closed.
They were removing the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Have you ever ridden it there?
Never.
So I can only really go off of the aesthetic of the building, but I do like the aesthetic of the building and land. I think it's really cool.
I think it would be really fun there, and I think you're right. The aesthetic of the building, and like the scene leading up to it.
Yeah,
it just like vibes more there than it does in the middle of Liberty Square,
right next to Rapunzel.
Yeah,
but it is cool in World. Like you have to kind of like walk further back, and it is kind of like back there, I guess. So they placed it okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's some that are the same, like Peter Pan, Little Mermaid. I think Peter Pan's the same in both.
I don't know. I think it's literally the same.
Literally the same.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid is also literally the same. However, Little Mermaid is in California Adventure, which I find it weird that it's not in Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Personally.
They probably couldn't fit it.
Yeah, so it just like is in like a weird spot personally in land. Yeah. There's also ones that are just identical. The teacups, Dumbo, a carousel.
Well, the teacups, I think the teacups are really, 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 really cool from a photographical standpoint because I think aren't the ones in land under the open air and the ones in World are under a roof?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because I think there's like string lights over the ones in land. I think they're like very romanticized.
They are. And they're like placed in a spot because then they have like the Alice in Wonderland ride right next to it. It's like a whole little vibe over there.
Yeah, so I think it's really cute there.
Yeah. Both have a poo ride.
Oh, I didn't ride it.
I did, and poo because we walked upon it, but it's in like a really weird spot in land.
Yeah, I don't even remember passing it.
It's not in Fantasyland. It's like over where Splash Mountain was, but like it's right before you had to walk into like Star Wars land. It was just like so random.
Agree.
And they had different carts, and like their carts just kind of like, if you're watching the YouTube, you know what I'm doing. But like it's just like a wave like the whole time. But in World, you go through that Tigger scene where he's like...
And you like bounce.
And they didn't do that. You just like bounce the whole time. I don't know.
Oh, no.
So my vote is World is better because it just like fits better where it is. And yeah. They both have Buzz Lightyear.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one in land, you can actually like pick your gun up and it's like attached to like
a string. Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Both, I think, are like inaccurate, and Toy Story Mania will always be better.
Yes.
They both have Millennial Falcon and Rise, and both are exactly the same.
I didn't ride it inland.
Both are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Tower of Terror, we already touched on this. It's the same ride, except for in California, it is Guardians of the Galaxy, and I will take that one over Tower of Terror all day, every day.
The whole story is different, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the Tower of Terror meets Guardians of Galaxy. It's like straight up Guardians.
Straight up Guardians. It just took the base of the ride of Tower of Terror.
Which is where I hope you're getting.
Okay, so other rides like that, which hopefully I can remember, but I know that Radiator Racers is Test Track.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. Oh, that makes me really disappointed in myself because I love Radiator Racers and like.
Well, obviously it's
fine.
like. Yeah, but now think about it. You go through the same things in Test Track as you do. Like, Okay, you're riding Radiator Racers and you're like, because you like scooch out of the way from Mac, the truck. I ain't no Mac. I'm a Peterbilt for dang sake, you know? Okay, you scooch around it. It's just like when you're about to like hit a car in Test Track.
You're right. Except the end part where you race.
You're right. So I guess, but it's basically the same. It's the same.
They're similar.
They're very similar. Yes, but it's the same track. You just don't, no. Oh, no, you don't race in Test Track. And you don't go for like a little stroll before you go into the...
Well, yeah, you do. You like test your brakes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They're similar. Similar, but not the same.
Okay, another one is Dinosaur and Indiana Jones.
That's my favorite.
And Indiana Jones wasn't open.
I know, it was closed.
But I have done it once. And I remember Indiana Jones just being way cooler than Dinosaur, personally.
Same.
Even the queue was just like cool.
Yeah, the queue was cool. I remember there being like a fire element that felt like very hot.
And the ball chased you.
The ball, yep.
Yeah. So that ride, they say, is the same, just different overlays. Is that the word we're looking for? Different
overlay.
Is there any others that are like that?
That's the only one I know about. I forgot about Guardians and Tower. Though it's the same situation.
Yeah, same situation. And then, I read that this one's kind of the same. The Mater's little roundup thing and swirling saucers are like the same, but like you can get that at a carnival.
Yeah, I think in fact they are probably from, because I think Disney like buys their rides from companies.
Oh, really?
Sometime. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry. I don't really love that fact.
Yeah.
We touched on this. Runaway Railway, their new one's basically the same, different queue.
Yeah, I didn't ride it.
They both have a Star Tours. I didn't ride it in land, but I'm assuming it is the same.
Will not.
And I won't ride it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think... Oh, Toy Story Mania, both the same. But I like... I was going to say I like where Disneyland put their Toy Story Mania because it's like fun that it's like on the pier and it's like also a game.
Yeah.
But also I like love that Toy Story Mania is in Toy Story Land, so not really.
Yeah. Sorry, my doorbell.
What'd you get?
Mail here.
That means you got a package.
Yeah.
Hope it's something good.
Me too.
All right, I think I touched on them all. I think
we covered them.
I hope I didn't miss it. One ride that I am very grateful that Disneyland has that Disney World doesn't have, and they don't have to ever get it, is the Fun Wheel.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life.
I don't think we touched on that on our Disney trip.
You told me about it maybe in private.
So Kyle was like, I want to ride that. And I was like, I'll ride the not moving one. I don't want to ride the swinging one. Not that I get like...
Explain that, because I didn't know that was even an option.
It swings.
Yeah, like it's like on a track and it like wheels back and forth.
Every time you freaking move around a circle.
Yeah.
It's like and I said, coaster. I don't want to ride that. And he said, well, he wanted to ride the moving one. And I said, I would ride the swinging one, the swinging gondola, if we're by ourselves. I don't trust other people on it. My fear of throwing. Right. And he's like, we're going to be fine. We rode it with a girl who was like white and was saying she was going to throw up the entire time, was looking for the throw up bags. And I was like, oh, it was hell.
Oh my gosh.
Like we got on it and Kyle, I think it was immediately like, oh my God, I should not have made her do this. And it was another one of his moments where he's like just trying to make conversation. Like, so now he's like talking to the strangers who were going to throw up on our gondola. And I'm just like, shut up. Get us off of this.
Get me out of here. I don't want the vomit. I don't want to talk to you.
So Disneyland can keep that.
Yeah, they can keep that. Although I will have the Fun Wheel cocktail. That was pretty good.
I like the aesthetic of the Fun Wheel.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of the Fun Wheel too. It's very cute.
But they can keep it.
Agree.
Okay, that was off track. Anywho, Wait, do we? Never mind. I was gonna go back and like, at first I was making you vote Disney, which one's better, Disneyland, Disney World, but we stopped that. But like, overall,
you're right. I'm so glad you brought it to my attention because I was over here like, land is better, or world is better. But as far as like the rides that are the same, I don't know. Mm-mm. Land might be better.
But is that because we get to ride World all the time?
Right. True.
So.
True that.
Depends how you look at it, I suppose.
Right.
I would love to get like a Disneyland local person who only gets to visit World every once in a while, like us, like the opposite of us.
Yeah.
I would love to get somebody like that on the podcast to have that discussion, actually.
Me too.
Yeah. So if there's any takers, if you are a land local who visits land all the time and you only get to go to World like every 3 or 4 years.
Call us, beep us.
Yeah. If you want to reach us.
Love it.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
I think that's it too.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was so fun.
It was fun. Now I want to go back to land.
Me too. Now I'm like planning a land trip in my head.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.